Dr. Sarah Chen stood in the observation deck of the Intergalactic Space Station, watching the ZYX-30 delegation prepare for the joint training exercise. The alien species towered over humans by nearly 2 meters, their muscular frames rippling with each movement. Commander Vex, their lead representative, had made his skepticism abundantly clear when the human contingent arrived. "Your species is remarkably fragile," Vex had announced during the opening ceremony, his mandibles clicking with what Sarah assumed was amusement. The other ZYX-30 had responded with harmonious growls of agreement. The training protocol had been designed to test both species' capabilities in emergency scenarios. Sarah watched as the ZYX-30 completed their warm-ups with effortless grace, lifting weights that would crush most humans instantly. They performed acrobatic maneuvers that defied physics, their exoskeletons glimmering under the station's artificial lights. When the human team approached the warm-up station, the aliens barely concealed their contempt. Sarah completed her stretches quietly, avoiding eye contact with the ZYX-30 observers. She knew what they saw, a 5'6" woman with lean muscles and determined eyes, nothing remarkable by galactic standards. "Pitiful," Vex muttered to his companion. "They volunteer for space exploration, yet they lack even basic physical capabilities." Sarah clenched her jaw but said nothing. She'd heard these dismissals her entire career. Women were too delicate for space. Humans were too weak for advanced operations. She'd overcome those prejudices on Earth, she'd overcome them here too. The first scenario began: emergency bulkhead repair. Teams had to navigate through damaged sections of a simulated spacecraft and seal critical compartments. The ZYX-30 team moved through with brutal efficiency, their superior strength allowing them to brute force obstacles that human engineering teams typically bypassed with creativity. Then came the final challenge. A massive door, part of the simulator's decompression chamber, had become jammed. The scenario required teams to open it within 3 minutes or face simulated catastrophic failure. The design team had calibrated it to need exactly 6 healthy adults working in coordination to open manually. The ZYX-30 attempted first. Commander Vex and 5 of his strongest warriors positioned themselves at the door's edges. They pulled with coordinated force, their muscles straining visibly. The door budged. It moved incrementally. With tremendous effort, they managed to open it just enough, barely exceeding the time requirement. "Acceptable," Vex announced, breathing heavily. "We demonstrate sufficient capability. Humans, your turn." Sarah stepped forward. The observation team exchanged uncertain glances. There were only 4 humans remaining in the scenario: Sarah, 2 engineers, and 1 pilot. It was mathematically impossible. "We'll try," Sarah said simply. She approached the door and ran her hands along its frame, studying the mechanism. The ZYX-30 had used raw strength, but Sarah recognized something they'd missed: the door's hydraulic system still functioned partially. She located the manual override panel, concealed beneath a layer of maintenance plating. Working with surgical precision, Sarah adjusted the pressure valves while her colleagues positioned themselves at the door. She recalibrated the mechanical advantage, using the station's own systems to assist rather than fighting against them. "Now," she commanded. The 4 humans pulled together. The door swung open smoothly, effortlessly, with 40 seconds to spare. The observation deck fell silent. Vex's mandibles stopped clicking. His eyes, compound and unblinking, fixed on Sarah with an expression that resembled shock. "You comprehended the mechanism," one of the ZYX-30 engineers stated, something like reverence in her voice. "You did not simply apply force. You understood the system." Sarah wiped sweat from her forehead, catching her breath. "Humans have been solving problems with limited resources for millennia. We learned to work smarter because we couldn't always work stronger." Commander Vex approached her slowly. When he spoke, his tone had transformed entirely. "I have made an error in judgment. Your species does not succeed through physical superiority. You succeed through innovation. Through strategy. Through the application of intelligence under pressure. He extended his massive hand toward Sarah, a gesture of respect among the ZYXtheri. She took it firmly. Perhaps, Vex continued, we have much to learn from humanity after all. Sarah smiled. Weakness was relative. It always had been.